Good morning. Welcome into SportsCenter on YouTube. We're properly caffeinated on this Labor Day. Gary Striewski and Randy Scott alongside, working for you
of course.
This holiday.
Is it weird that we are laboring on a Monday? Yes. Still not as weird as seeing USC making their Big Ten debut.
It's SC's Big Ten debut against the SEC in Las Vegas.
A lot of letters.
Follow? Good. The Modelo Kickoff Classic, Vegas. Now, USC has lost 8 of its last 10 against top 15 teams. LSU has lost 12 of its last 18 against ranked opponents. Heisman winner Jaden Daniels in attendance. He takes on Tampa with his new NFL squadron on Sunday. He's watching Garrett Nussmeier had to throw it away. That's fine, man. You got to know when to fold them in Las Vegas. USC, new defensive coordinator, D'Anton Lynn, forcing a turnover on downs. Later, Miller Moss, just his second career start. He's replacing Caleb Williams, who finds Kyron Hudson. Hudson, an unbelievable one-handed catch. The defensive back, actually, that's Major Burns, knocks it loose midair, still got 2 mitts on it and corralled it. Woody Marks trying to punch it in. Woody running like he's got a snake in his boot. USC leads 7-0. Next LSU drive. From the SC 19, Nussmeier to Kyron Lacey. You got a Kyron, we got a Kyron, you got a touchdown, we got a touchdown. 7 grabs for 94 yards, but all 7 of those catches, as you see from Nussmeier, they came in the first half. LSU still ties it at 7. Each team without a field goal. We're tied at 10 at the break. Let's go third quarter. It's Moss looking over the middle. You need a tough grab, you go for Ford. Built Ford tough. It's Kyle Ford all the way to the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 41. SC would tack on a field goal to lead 13-10. Hey, speaking of field goals, Lincoln Riley saying postgame, that was some pretty good Big Ten football today. That's John Emery Jr. That's SEC speed. Up the gut, breaks free, dragged down, a gain of 39. Nussmeier later in the drive looking for Aaron Anderson. You done messed up, Aaron. He's in the flat. He's in the end zone. 17-13. Tigers have a lead. Daniels is fired up. USC goes to the fourth quarter trailing. They've lost 14 straight against AP-ranked teams when trailing going into the fourth. But Moss finds Hudson. That connection was prolific. Moss was too. First SC quarterback last 20 seasons to have 350 passing yards and 75% completion in a season opener. Got a free play. Got a free play because the Tigers were offsides. That's Jacoby Lane, touchdown. Lane and Moss are fired up. SC takes a 3-point lead. Nussmeier, LSU possession, escaping the pocket, looking for Anderson again. Chunk play again. Yes, 304 passing yards for Nussmeier. He has 2 career starts, both of them over 300 passing yards. Nussmeier needed more. 3rd and 8 from the 14. Looking into double coverage, back shoulder attempt for Lacey, goes begging. Forced to kick a field goal. You're tied at 20. So you got 28 seconds left. USC with the football near midfield. Look at this catch from Hudson on the sideline. Gets out of bounds. Heady play. 11 completions for Moss in the fourth quarter. 146 yards. This is the catch that saved the game. He finds Hudson. One-handed grab, Gary, but he takes a big shot. Like a big targeting 15-yard penalty and an ejection shot from Jordan Gilbert. Targeting is confirmed, half the distance to the goal. Are they just going to kneel and kick? No. Marks, touchdown. Lincoln Riley said on his headset, it wouldn't surprise me if he creases this. He did. 2 touchdowns for Marks and a win for SC, 27-20.
What happens in Vegas leads SportsCenter. And that's why Sam Acho joins the program, because Acho knows ball. And Sam, I want to start with the Kyron Hudson catches that we saw, one across the middle, one-handed, but the one down the sideline with just seconds to play. In your eyes, which one more impressive?
Well, I was more impressed by the first one, but the fact of the matter is you are what you repeatedly do, and Kyron Hudson is repeatedly balling. Both of those catches were at critical moments in the game. That first one that you saw, Miller Moss was scrambling. He just threw it up for grabs, but it was more for trust. He trusted Hudson to make that catch. And then you saw in that fourth quarter, critical situation, game on the line. Who does he go back to again and again and again? It's Kyron Hudson. This was, if you don't make this catch, the game could be over. Not only do you make the catch, you accept the targeting, you get 15 more yards, and you win the game. Both one-handed, both with people all over him, both with a quarterback who trusts his receiver. And oh, by the way, a few plays before, there was that sideline grab where Hudson got out of bounds. And so you repeatedly do. He repeatedly balled.
Lincoln Riley after the game said, that's just good old-fashioned Big Ten football. Obviously, his Trojans came out on top. Brian Kelly, after the game, also had some things to say. Take a listen to this, Acho.
Is it disappointing when those guys perform and you don't get a victory?
Hell yes. Hell yes. I mean, and that's what I said to the team. I said, we had some guys played their butts off tonight, and we're sitting here again. We're sitting here again talking about the same things. About not finishing when you have an opponent in a position to put them away. But what we're doing on the sideline is feeling like the game's over. And I'm so angry about it that I got to do something about it. I'm not doing a good enough job as a coach. And I got to coach him better because it's unacceptable for us not to have found a way to win this football game. It's ridiculous. And it's crazy.
Was not due to lack of chances. They just didn't capitalize in the red zone, as you saw in the highlight. Outscored 14-3 in the fourth quarter. Sam, why does LSU continue falling in these spots here?
Well, in this case, it was lack of discipline, not lack of talent, but lack of discipline. We saw the penalty yardage. So LSU had 2 times as much penalty yardage as USC did. And one of those big-time penalties was an offsides where a touchdown was thrown by Miller Moss. Both these teams are supremely talented, and so it comes to that discipline. That was this time around. Obviously, last year they lost to Florida State, first game of the season. But 2 years ago, same thing, Florida State. You're just as talented, and all of a sudden you miss a field goal, muffed punts. There's just little things that you have to be better at when you're facing a team that's just as good as you. So sometimes that's discipline, other times it's effort, and oftentimes it's just finishing. You know how good you are. That's what LSU has. They know how much talent they have. Sometimes you get a little bit complacent, get a little bit lazy, and don't finish the way you need to when it comes to discipline, penalties, and playing smart football.
Sure. And maybe last year those margins could be compensated for because they had a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback. So LSU has to figure it out quickly.
At least for this morning, this is why we love sports. We're going to show some love to baseball and show some familial bonding here. Flash you back to 2002. This is in the World Series, the Giants and the Angels. And the bat lad is a young Darren Baker, who is the son of then Giants skipper Dusty Baker. You can see Dusty was like, hey, JT Snow had to grab Darren Baker and pull him to safety. He was 3 years old.
Awesome.
Well, guess what? Darren grew up, and he got called up by the Nationals, and he delivered the first big league pitch that he saw deposited in the center field for a base knock. And former National skipper Dusty Baker was there to see it. How about that?
That's fantastic. Certainly a top play for the Baker family. These are the rest of your top plays from around sports. Let's start out in Vegas. USC, LSU, Garrett Nussmeier replacing Jaden Daniels, finding Kyron Lacey. This game was played Sunday night in Vegas. Lacey ready to lace them up on Sundays because he got both feet in. More from this game in a minute.
Number 4, we got Fever Wings. How about Caitlin Clark? Tremendous pass and an even better finish. So it's Clark to Kelsey Mitchell, who goes behind the back to Nalissa Smith. This is not a secondary assist situation because it's not hockey, but if there was, it would have been. You know what I mean? 2 impressive passes there.
Also, Fever Wings from the 99. Very regional, super good. Number 3, Max Kepler pops one into foul ground. Leo Jimenez. Leo laying out to make the catch, falls into the net. Everybody was Minnesota nice. Is he okay? Twins win.
Number 2, it's USC and LSU. Miller Moss to Kyron Hudson along the sideline. One-handed catch, and then he got baptized. And you can tack on 15 for targeting, but a one-handed catch right there. Take my strong hand. My turn. Still more from this game, maybe right now.
And we're going to keep it with Kyron Hudson. This opening minutes of the second quarter. Miller Moss chucks it. I know Kyron down there somewhere among 5 LSU defenders. Just goes up, gets it to stick on the mitt. How did he maintain possession? Nasty. USC winning out in Vegas in their Big Ten debut. And yes, that still sounds super weird.
We are here at the SportsCenter touchscreen.
We sure are.
It's not the not top touchscreen. We're going to show you why. We have tremendous catches. Hudson inspired us to show you some tremendous catches and also performances. This is Robert Morrison, Utah State. Going up to make that catch is Rob Clark Jr. He goes up, one-hand grab.
Defensive back. And we talked to Sam Acho the day after this happened, and he goes, he's doing way too much. To which we would argue, He's probably not doing enough because he's a defensive back and he's not often given the ability to catch a ball.
Correct.
That was sick.
Baseball also chiming in with tremendous catches.
Yes.
Swinging a drive, Phillies and Braves. Center fielder Michael Harris,
Sure.
the second, goes up and gets it. And you can see from a distance,
Sure.
that Midler style from a distance, you celebrate
No,
the
of
whole,
course, I
the whole
definitely-
catalog.
I know,
You can
I'm familiar
see
with the work.
Philly reliever is shocked. Philly reliever is actually prematurely celebrating here. And we got a, not quite a surrender Cobra situation, but a better look at Michael
Sure.
Harris the second as he gets up to get it. Look at the mustachioed teammate. You can see his mouth
Hold on.
right there.
No.
You can see right here, this gentleman.
Yep.
He's all of us.
Yep.
Although not you and I, because we can't grow mustaches.
Not focused on those
Yeah.
cheeks. I'm kind of
Oh,
focused on
okay.
the,
Yep.
maybe
We'll
give the
just go
guy a
ahead.
little bit of privacy.
That was
Is all I'm sort of
That was
trying to say.
apologies. That was an awkward pause. Okay. Alonzo Barnett III for JMU sold this thing like Fred Sanford, and his teammate gave him chest compressions. That's fine. Look at the referee, though. That's who I want to focus on.
Watching.
All right, flag in the air. Flag in the air, right here.
'Kay.
He's looking right at he's looking right at him, looking right at Barnett. And he sees him, and he's like, oh, I hope he's okay.
sure. Gotcha.
Another unfortunate
Yeah,
pause
no,
for
it's
me.
all good. I got
but he's
it.
going to get up.
All good. I got
No, as soon as Barnett III starts to sell it again, look at his face change. His face changes right there, and he starts shaking his head
I don't see
because he
nothing.
knows he got got.
That's right. JMU, just messing with you.
That's what it stands for.
That is what it stands for.